Well, someone who watched it all, of course, is our very own Stephanie Takyi. Good morning.
It was electrifying.
What were the standout moments for you?
Of course, Kate, that Jenny Packham dress and just seeing her at the piano, the Palace had known about this for the past month, so it's been a top secret. For me, it was seeing Loreen. I think she actually did deserve to win, actually. I just thought the whole production, from start to finish, since these songs have been selected, it's always been a two-legged race between Sweden and also Finland. So I'm not surprised that they finished, you know, final and the top two. But I think for me, it was the British spirit. Even though we didn't do quite well, I thought we done well to represent for Ukraine, and we brought our British flavour to the show.
I tell you what I thought was interesting was the fact it's all non-political, right? Supposedly, Zelensky wasn't allowed to speak, which I tend to think was the right decision. However, the performance at the beginning was last year's Ukrainian winner, with all these people taking part, including the Princess of Wales. I think we've got a clip of that, and that in itself was sort of softly political in its own way.
And I think that's why they didn't let Zelensky speak, because there was so many, like, shows and displays of solidarity with Ukraine. And, you know, throughout the whole night, there was that message of music uniting people. And I think that was the main thing that they got across. And I think if Zelensky did add a bit of a speech, it just would have given the night a different tone. But one thing I would have to say is that the reputation of the Eurovision following this show has skyrocketed. Because I think I think they had about 160 million viewers tune in worldwide to watch it. So I think it's gone from being this kind of cheesy music show to being quite credible. And I think, you know, regardless of who won, who didn't do good points, I thought everyone put a really good show. There was really good standout moments from countries which I hadn't really heard of before, which have got amazing talent.
Loreen has won before, hasn't she?
Yes, she has, in 2012.
So she's now the first woman to have won twice. Should you be allowed to do that? Should you be allowed to re-enter if you already won the competition?
Johnny Logan's won before.
I think you can. I think if a country knows what is their formula to success and they've got an act who can carry it through, obviously she's delivered the results and stuff like that, especially for Sweden. They're quite big in the game when it comes to Eurovision.
Oh, yes.
So I think definitely they should be allowed to do it. But maybe if she was to go for it a third time, I'll be like, no, give it a break.
Yeah, it might be a bit. But there were quite a few contestants last night who'd been in it before. But obviously she's the one that came out victorious.
Definitely.
There was that beautiful rendition of You'll Never Walk Alone, which was just so fitting for so many reasons, wasn't it?
It was, and I think the main thing is that there was quite a lot of political songs, like, you know, from Croatia to Ukraine, and I felt sorry for Ukraine, because while they were performing, their university town was under attack from Russian missiles. So it goes to show the real point of this show. It's like it was Ukraine's year, but they're still under attack.
But it was all very poignant, and as I say, it was carried off by the UK very, very well. Some fantastic performances. You mentioned Croatia. I mean, theirs was an anti-war song.
It was an anti-war song,
But I don't really know if anyone picked up on that.
No, I think people were too busy looking at their costumes or their lack of costumes, to be honest.
They stood there in the Y-fronts in the end. All these old men in Y-fronts. It was special.
A bit cringy, but it's the same with Germany, same with Australia. Like, you had really those moments which were just really stood out and made people want to, hold their breath.
I thought Australia... Bizarrely enough, I thought, I don't know if I'm going to like this, Voyager.
Yeah.
It was a great tune.
No, I didn't like it. It was a bit too rocky for me, actually.
Oh, I thought it was really
the Germans and Australians did well to represent for the rock, but, it was a bit too rocky for me. I liked Israel. I thought that she had a very slick performance, and she came third.